We've always been funny about our neighbours, right through history.
When the European Union sort of started just after the Second World War, in part to prevent there being any more world wars in Europe, Winston Churchill was well up for it.
We cannot aim at anything less than the union of Europe as a whole.
But Britain didn't then join this club because lots of politicians, including the then Labour leader Hugh Gaitskell, well, they were sort of worried that Britain would get lost in the whole thing.
For we are not just a part of Europe, at least not yet. If this is the idea, the end of Britain as an independent nation state, I make no apology for repeating it, the end of 1,000 years of history.
But then a true champion of a united Europe came along in the form of the Conservative Prime Minister, Ted Heath.
This ceremony today marks an end and also a beginning.
So, Britain's relationship with the European Union, with Europe now absolutely sorted after thousands of years? No, because then Margaret Thatcher came along.
Of course, the chairman or the president of the Commission, Mr. Delors, said at press conference the other day that he wanted the European Parliament to be the democratic body of the community, he wanted the Commission to be the executive, and he wanted the Council of Ministers to be the Senate. No, no, no.
Now, Mrs. Thatcher was originally a fan of the European community, but she didn't like the idea of moving to a United States of Europe with a single currency and all that sort of stuff one little bit.
No, no, no.
So we didn't join. But then along came Tony Blair, and he loved Europe. He even loved the euro.
One of our key priorities in that presidency will be the completion of the single market.
But it didn't last.
The rationale for Europe today is not peace anymore, it's power.
There was the invasion of Iraq, the Eurozone crisis, the issue of lots of EU nationals coming to live and work in Britain, the Grexit, the whole problem with the currency, you name it, and so we had to have a vote, and that's brought us to where we are now.
We are approaching one of the biggest decisions this country will face in our lifetimes, whether to remain in a reformed European Union or to leave.